If referrals are your main lead source for your epoxy business, here's what could eventually happen to you, and by the end, you will know exactly how to avoid it. So, referrals and word of mouth. If these are your main sources for leads, let's look at the pros and cons. The pros is that it can take you decently far. I'm not going to lie here. It's usually a sign of good work as well. The free leads, they essentially sold themselves already, and there's no cost per lead because it's free. Now, but let's look at the cons. Well, it's unreliable because you can't control any of it. You can't control how much you get a month. You can't control how many you get a day, how many people talk to another one about the work that you did. And if you do rely on it, it can wipe you out. I've seen it before where, multiple generations of contractors, right, and their family business got wiped out because the referrals just stopped rolling in. People will think that because they've been open for an X amount of years, they're safe, but they're actually not. Now, it's not consistent, and my other video pretty much showed why, and you can't grow it reliably. It's much more risk. You can outwork your leads. So if you're doing referrals and you're trying to get more guys on, you can actually outwork the available amount of leads you have. And it's just overall not worth the risk at all. Now, here is what over-reliance can do to your epoxy business. So, sudden drops in income, sudden drop in work. It can leave your guys idle. It can slowly drain your bank account when referrals get slow. And if you decide to grow your team and referrals get slow, like I mentioned, then it can leave you in a horrible position. And it can just genuinely bankrupt you and ruin your business. Now, you're probably asking me, oh man, that sounds horrible. How can I avoid it? Well, let's look at the issues and what we need to turn them into. So we need to turn unreliable into reliable. And we need to turn, if you do rely on it, that can wipe you out, into something that reliance is 100% guaranteed. And it's totally okay. You need to go from can't grow with it reliably to you can grow with it and actually encourage it. Risk to low risk. Outworking leads to never outwork the leads. Not worth the risk to worth the risk. So you can see below here, and that is with AI meta ads. And here is exactly why this is such a huge goldmine for epoxy contractors. You have paid impressions. A lot of people think that paid is bad. All that means is that you're guaranteed to basically get your ads in front of people. You have a high return on investment, because the average ticket can be anywhere from $1,800 to $2,200, or even if you're doing commercial or a big residential epoxy job, could be even $6,000, $8,000, right? It's data driven, so we can always make sensible decisions. There's no data with referrals and word of mouth. You can't do anything. We can do location-based targeting, and epoxy is especially high converting because of the overall look of an epoxy job. The leads consistently flow in, and if it's too much work, just turn it off. It's no problem at all. You don't have to keep wasting money. You get pretty quick results, I would say. I'm not here guaranteeing that next day you're going to be a millionaire, but it's not going to take 2-3 months for it to compound. And you can actually scale it very easily because all you have to do is add budget and add more volume. And the AI aspect of meta ads takes care of that volume. It's basically done all in-house for you. Now, look, if referrals are your main lead source and you want to switch over to something more scalable and reliable, send me a message.